And welcome back to Smart Martial Arts, the YouTube channel where we go over everything martial arts. In this video, I'm going to be giving a quick recap of my first year teaching karate, and I guess Muay Thai technically, and some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but mostly karate. And I guess starting off with it, I'll start off with the harder parts that I either had or am still having trouble with. The hardest part that I really had to overcome, and I guess I'm still doing it, is being personable, I guess, because I teach the kids classes for the most part, the majority of them. So, and I'm not, as you can probably tell by these videos, that I'm not the most charismatic person in the world. I'm very just go with the flow, and I really rely on other people to kind of get up, which isn't the way it's supposed to be. But if I can have a good class and they kind of come in and they're energized, or if I can like warm up somehow, like if I talk to someone before I come and I kind of get in the mood, then I have a great class. The next thing that I'd say that I have a hard time with is kind of controlling my class. I tend to run my classes relatively, whatever the opposite of strict is, I guess loose. I run my classes loose. And the past few months, I feel like I haven't really been teaching a whole lot. So I need to change, but I just kind of run everything super loose. I don't want them to be overbearing and kind of come in and just, have their hopes and dreams crushed, because I'm not saying that they're doing everything right. But I think the biggest thing that I really need to work on is getting control of my class and starting to get back on track and starting to teach and do more things. But it's just with the way my class are set up, all the students are doing really awesome and doing really great. So I can't really bring them up to speed until we start doing promotions again. And I don't know when that will be. But that's kind of the main hard part. The other part that isn't part of the teaching wise, but the parents, I'm not really out there during my classes off, and even during my classes, I'm not saying anything really to the parents, which I know is super important when you're one of the main guys. So I should probably start doing that. And I guess the fun parts is just, well, not the fun parts, but the good parts and also the fun parts, to kind of go away from the bad stuff, is it's just super rewarding. Having been because the second class that I teach was the first class that I taught just in general. And it's pretty much the same students. Some of them have either left or they've been promoted into the next class. But it's just super rewarding to watch them kind of grow and see how far they've come, and the fact that they're now respecting me and actually like responding well whenever I show up. An example, a few weeks ago, I think it was either 2 weeks ago or last week. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I was signing a student up, and I walked back in, and one of the other instructors started the class for me, and they were warming up. And I kind of had like the substitute teacher feel, where, not substitute teacher, but like the cool teacher feel. When I walked in, I made a joke, everyone laughed, and when I took over the class, because my partner gets a break, they were super responsive and they were just super happy to see me. It was really cool. And then also just kind of seeing new people, and then seeing how much of like a family but we keep our dojo, as much as we can. And also just the fact that we have really great students. There's no students that I would change, none for the world. Are there students that, have hard times and can give you a run for your money? Yeah, obviously, but that's just how kids are. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, my students suck, I want them to all be perfect. I'm not perfect, I'm not a perfect student, and I know that. And then the last thing that I can think of off the top of my head is the fact that I'm a younger instructor, I think. I'm 19, and most of my students are either elementary school or middle school, so we can kind of get along better than like a 50 or 60-year-old. So it's kind of cool to see how they, I don't know. It's a hard balance, I've noticed, but they don't only see me as like an instructor, they don't only see me as Sensei Ian, they see me as like someone who they can actually talk to and they can joke around with, and I can joke around with them too. I have a lot of students. Most of my students, I can tease and have fun with, and I can, well, not tease. I don't think that's fair, but we can go back and forth, and I can kind of call them out if they do something kind of weird. Like today, I had class today, and I had a blue belt who we were doing knife defense techniques, and just the entire time he kept dropping the knife for no reason, and it was just kind of a fun thing. And then the break falls, he's always slapping out blade, and I was just like, let's all do his break fall. We fell down, 3, 2, 1, and then we break fall, and he was just laughing the entire time. That student in particular, on a few occasions, has been distracted for like a minute or two and couldn't do his work because he was laughing so hard. And that's definitely what I want. When I teach, I want them to be able to show up, have fun, and be part of a family, and just kind of be friends with other students. And I think that I'm doing that fairly well. And then to wrap this up, I think what I should be working on this upcoming year is probably being more open with the parents and kind of going out there and talking to them. Start getting more strict, not overbearing, but kind of control my classes more, and then kind of get back on track. And also, definitely, I should start making plans for my classes. I probably make plans for like 75% of my classes, and those are the classes that go really well that I plan out, instead of me just being in the front like, all right, what are we doing today, and then having to wing it. But other than that, I'm super happy with, my first year. I think it definitely could have gone worse, it could have gone better, but it's only uphill from here, and I'm hoping that you guys stick with me through it. I think every year I'll kind of give a recap, and the things I didn't do very well, the things I did do well, the things I can work on. But until then, I hope you guys enjoy the other videos. Until then, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.